Butter.
Yeah.
Why butter?
Maple butter. I mean, it's not. There's no actual butter in it. It's the only ingredient in maple butter, like the regular maple butter, is only maple syrup. It's just the way it's transformed. Have a video on the Instagram.
Which one's the cinnamon one?
This one's the cinnamon one with the. Yeah, so the cinnamon one is the one with the. Yeah.
Oh, that
good.
smells like good, man.
Yeah. You have to try it. You gotta mix it and try it. Put it in the fridge.
You gotta mix it and try it.
Yeah, you gotta keep them in the fridge.
You gotta keep them in the fridge.
Yeah, because it's we can't like this is bottled at the maple syrup's bottled at 180 degrees.
Yeah.
And then the maple butter, because it's a transformed product, and we basically take the syrup. So we take the syrup and then we heat it up and then make it into taffy, maple taffy.
Yeah.
And then we put it through a machine, which is basically a hopper, and just kind of it incorporates air into it, and then you get maple butter. So yeah.
That's pretty insane.
Yeah.
So how long does it take to make this?
Like regular maple syrup? Or?
Yeah, regular maple syrup.
Yeah, it takes.
Well, not regular maple syrup, but we can start with regular maple syrup,
yeah.
and then I want to get into this.
Yeah. The regular maple syrup takes about. I mean, it's a long process, right? You gotta basically boil it, and then you boil it until it's maple syrup. Then we actually put it in our barrels first. So we have we have barrels that are 100 liters, and we have other barrels that are 140 liters. So my dad basically makes, when it's the season, like the season is March and April, he basically makes maybe a small barrel a day when we're boiling, obviously, because it takes time to collect the sap and stuff.
A small barrel a day.
Yeah, so 100 liters. And
Okay.
then once we have that barrel, well, because we use those barrels all across the whole year, right? Because we bottle like in July, we bottle in June. We don't we don't stock up on like pallets of syrup and just sell it throughout the year. Like we bottle on demand, basically. So
You're fully going all the time.
Yeah. So we bottle basically on demand. So let's say we have let's say we have like a wholesale order or something.
Yeah.
Then we'll open up a barrel and bottle it, and then so the process from sap to syrup probably takes about, I'd say, 5-6 hours to make a bigger quantity, right? Mm-hmm. Make like a barrel, and then after that, once we have the barrel, we need to pump it out of the barrel, and then we have a tank. It's like bottling anything, really. You have a tank, and then syrup to be shelf stable so that you can put it in your pantry and it doesn't rot, or nothing happens to it. You need to bottle it at 180 degrees Fahrenheit.
You have to bottle it at 180?
Yeah, or else like it's
So it is going in hot. It's going in warm.
It has to, because if it doesn't, like, you'll have to if it doesn't, you have to put it in your fridge. So if people tell you they have a full bottle of maple syrup and it goes bad on them, that's just because the person who did it, they didn't bottle it at the right temperature, right? Like this is like jam. Like you could leave this on the shelf for 10 years, wouldn't go bad, because it's just airtight.
Yeah.
It's airtight, right? So but once you crack it open, you let air into it, you need to put it in your fridge.
Got it.
Yeah, so that, and then the bottling part, I mean, it's really it depends on what you're bottling. Like bigger bottles, like a 375 ml, takes less time because you're more efficient with it. Mm-hmm. But are you
doing these by hand?
Yeah. All right now, it's like I'm not lying to you. Like we're still in the grinding phases of
everything.
We're doing it out of our basement too. So
Good.
it's not like completely, like, we're doing it out of our basement. We outgrew last year. We had like a couch in there and stuff. Had to sell the couch. We had a TV, like a big TV. Just ditched that. Next thing I'm ditching is I've got a machine, like all-purpose kind of like weight machine.
Yeah.
Like a machine to work out, right? I work out, but I'm not much of a guy that works out on the machines. I like working with free weights.
Yeah.
So I play hockey, so I don't think sitting down and doing chest press or something is really something that you're gonna use in hockey. I'd rather do curls or something. Being on my feet, rather than isolating something. So, but anyways, I'm kind of getting off topic there, but
No,
yeah,
exercise is good shit, man.
Yeah, so we grew. So right now we're in the basement. We ordered. We're at the point where we can order pallets, and so it's all like that's the thing with retail, right? Like to get a better price on the bottles, you need to have a bigger buying power so you can get better price on the bottles. Then you can. That's how we're gonna grow, is if we can get more volume, and we can sell to more individuals. That's how it works, right?
You got it.
So we're at a point where we can buy pallets rather than just buying cases off the supplier. We can buy a full pallet, get a better price. But last year we weren't at that point, right? So there's some growth in there, which is, I mean, it's encouraging to see, but there's still a lot of work to do, and there's gonna be some rough times. I know there's gonna be some rough times because it's not easy. It's not easy at all. So, and I'm not even paying myself, so I'm doing it all for experience and getting contacts and stuff. So
Yeah, it's work, man.
yeah,
You gotta do it, right? It's a grind.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I'd rather kind of,
It's the thrill of it, bro.
yeah, I'd rather grow something and then have something than work for someone else right now at my age. Work for someone else and have money to spend, but not have anything that's this is my family stuff.
Is your
so
name.
This is ours. This is it's finally something that you can touch, and this is our thing, right? Not everybody can say they have that, and I'm kind of into. I want to I have the mentality of I want to be a boss one day. So being someone who manages other types and having teams, right? Like you said, earlier, I'd love to have social media team, marketing team, and have being able to hire people that are like me and that have they have the characteristics that I like, and just that's my goal right now. It obviously can change, but
It's patience, man.
yeah, I mean,
A lot of work, 16-hour days,
yeah.
nonstop.
And it's not always. I'd lie to you if it's not always if it's not always fun either, right? So when there's nothing happening, let's say you have a day where it's or online orders, you got sometimes you get zero. Be honest with you, sometimes you get none, zip. The number of followers you have on the Instagram does not. A lot of people have the image that you have this much amount of followers. That means you have, you're selling a lot. Sometimes you get zip, but other days you wake up and it's holy, it's all about the patience. Just keep going at it. It's not always fun to sit down and send emails out and feeling like you're always asking and asking and asking.
Yeah.
But if you don't do it, then you don't know either, right? So especially during COVID, I find you have to adapt, right? So
yeah. You have to, in a way, change the way you do business and do things.
Yeah. You definitely, you need to adapt.
I'm gonna try some shit. You're gonna try some shit too.
Try the bourbon maple for sure first.
You want me to do that first?
Let me know what you think. Yeah, I'm
gonna try the rye first.
That's my.
You're gonna try You're gonna do the bourbon with me.
The rye one is a lot more boozy than the bourbon one.
It is more boozy.
Yes, the rye one
so?
is it's harsher, I would say, because blacks, I think their barrels I think his rye is more. I think it's more harsh than the bourbon. The Buffalo Trace bourbon is more smooth.
Yeah.
Bourbon's aged, I think, for 5 years. I mean, that's the minimum, I think, to be called a bourbon. Needs to be from Kentucky too, or Kentucky or something. One of those states down there. But the rye one, I think
Tennessee, Kentucky.
Yeah. And also the bourbon one is made with dark syrup, and then the rye one is made with amber. So this one's got it's more made with lighter syrup than this one. So to be completely honest, I'm pushing the bourbon one to everybody the most, other than the rye. I mean, we're almost out of stock of the rye anyways, but the bourbon one I just pushed to everybody. So I like the bourbon one.
You like the bourbon one?
Oh yeah, you gotta try it.
Do you like?
But try the rye one first, and then let me know what you think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Here, give me your spoon. We'll do. This is called a maple syrup tasting.
Oh yeah.
This is what they do. Cheers. We spilt a little. It's okay.
Cheers. A little bit more fruity though, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's got
You get the taste of the. Well, you get the taste of the bourbon. I mean, sorry, of the rye.
Yeah.
And you
It's
get the
Canadian
taste
rye.
of the barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I know that he does a good job over there.
Oh, yeah, he does,
Not gonna
yeah.
get me wrong. Not
Yeah.
gonna get you wrong. Like he does a.
Oh yeah.
He works hard for his, and
Yeah.
I've seen the room in the back where he keeps the barrels, but I bet you it's way overflowing right now.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you go and you buy out his barrels when they're empty and you fill them up with
we
maple
bought-
syrup.
Yeah.
How long does this sit on the shelf to age?
No, it doesn't sit on the shelf. It sits in the barrel for 6 months.
For 6 months.
In the barrel for 6 months, and then we pump it out of the barrel, bottle it, and then it can sit on the shelf for however long you have them in the bottles. But it doesn't really matter how long. It's the aging in the barrel that makes the difference, right? So,
It is, eh?
Yeah,
Makes a huge difference.
It's not like John. I was talking to John from Rolling Grape. We bought the bourbon barrels from John. Because John, he does with his wine, he does I think
I think one of them
Rebel
is
Red, yeah.
the bourbon aged.
He does a Rebel Red, which is red wine aged in bourbon casks.
Mhm.
So he just added 2 barrels to his regular order. So I mean, it's all about community, right? So
Mhm.
yeah, so we bought those 2 bourbon barrels out of him, and then yeah, I think.
And then it went from there, pretty much.
I think he's got a barrel guy that can get you just about anything. But the Buffalo Trace, I think, was good. I don't know, good flavor profile. So
I'm excited to try it. Let's
one.
try that one.
Yeah.
Here, give me your spoon.
And then we chose a flask bottle too, because I mean.
Yeah,
might as
no, I was
well.
gonna ask you on that because I was on your website the other day and I saw that you have like there was a full bottle of whiskey
Cheers.
on there, like a 40 of it.
See, that one's more caramel, eh? I like that.
That's
one.
like heaven.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
That's pretty good, yeah.
It's more
That's
like
good
a
shit.
caramel. More
Like you could that's like you ever have golden syrup from the UK?
No.
It's like that with maple. It's beautiful. It's
Yeah.
heaven.
It's good. There's a reason why a lot of people in the States, they age it in bourbon casks. Obviously, it's USA, American
they
dream,
can
but
they can do
you
whatever,
know,
yeah.
it's there's a reason why someone came up with it, right? So yeah.
Well, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. You
That's
wanna
pretty awesome.
Try the maple butter.
I do
Yeah.
actually, yeah. Here, grab some more spoons. Well, I know you've probably eaten enough of this shit, so
Huh? Oh, I haven't
No?
today. Not today.
I've gotten off the burgers myself.
Yeah. Sometimes when you eat the same thing over and over, so this one's not out of the fridge, so it's a little bit more.
What do you put this stuff in? What do you do?
Maple butter?
Yeah.
You can. I mean, it's like a bakery type of topping, so you can do like toast, muffins. It's like a vegan icing basically. So it's vegan too. We get a lot of people that.
This
are
is vegan?
Yeah.
What do you? So there's no technical dairy fat.
There's no dairy. There's no dairy at all.
in the
so-
butter.
There's no. It's not. It's.
What is it?
That's maple syrup. That's the only.
It's
thing.
just wow.
Yeah, it's just transformed. Yeah.
Ooh.
And it's got a nice luscious texture.
So you must whip the piss out of this. This is beautiful. You put a lot of air into this, eh? How long does it take?
Huh? Make a batch. Well, see this. This is a version of syrup. It's not dark though, because if we would use dark syrup to make maple butter,
Yeah.
that thing would be like Nutella. We use golden. We boil it until it's like a taffy consistency, so more like sticky and stuff. And then you put it through a hopper, which is like it's a maple butter machine. My dad used to do it by hand. You always start somewhere. DeWalt drill, because he's a carpenter by trade. DeWalt drill with a hand mixer on there and like that by hand. and you would make 16 at a time. Now we make about 50 at a time. So
you got a bigger hand.
Yeah. Now we got an actual machine, which is better. But it takes about 3 hours to get it to make 50. It takes 3 hours to get it in there. Like
holy crap.
And then cap it, and then put the label on there, and then this needs to be kept refrigerated too. So we have about like 100 in the fridge. So.
Well, Jeremy, I think that's enough. What I'll ask you a little bit about it. So, how'd you like the drink?
It's good.
Yeah.
You need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see this bistro pop up.
It's gonna be pretty poppin', man. So
yeah.
Thank you for coming in. I hope that we pop in frequently. I'd like to feature that some way, and I'll probably figure that out this week. So
yeah.
But cool. That's really good product.
Yeah, thank you.
And more people need to be aware of that. And no, I'm totally avid believer of the fact that maple syrup is a better sugar.
Yeah.
It's one of the natural sugars, right?
Yeah,
so you take it from its sap. Sap comes from a tree. Trees are living organisms that come from natural sources, right? So we're just the stewards of what God gives us to work with, pretty much. So
exactly.
We work, we just create, and that's
Same
it.
thing with the burgers. So
yeah. Have you had a burger yet?
Nope, haven't.
We'll fire one up for you.
For sure.
Thank you for coming in.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thank you.
This is the Do Food Podcast. We're out.